So yes, another video. Vaping this time. You'll see I have some of my mods and stuff out that I use. Currently I'm using the Geek Vape Aegis. And I've got the Smock X Baby Beast tank on there with top airflow. Change the tip, of course. You also see that I have my Smock on, however you want to pronounce it, Kumo tank out. You've seen my other review where I did the V8 tank, or the V8 deck. We've got the K2 in here now. It's just a regular coil pre-made. I already got it set up and soaking. The reason I have that out, as you can see, I got a package in the mail. And that's where I ordered those K2 coils. That's what's in here now, soaking up. And then, the part that I'm most actually excited about, I've been very fond of the Smoke X8 sticks, or V8 sticks, or whatever you want to call them. Love these sticks. I can get a pretty healthy hit off it. Not too much issue off it. Pretty much just charge it. 5 buttons, 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. That's it. Battery inside dies. Well, you knock everything over on your desk. Battery inside dies. You basically throw it away. I mean, yeah, I could probably modify it and get it to take a regular 18650 battery. The reason I haven't done that is because we've all seen the ads. We've all seen that Uwell was coming out with the Nunchaku, or Nunchaku. Pretty much the same thing, but it's got the buttons, the voltage, the power, stainless steel, can fall. It's got all the settings like my mod does. So I decided to wait before I went any further at that. So let's take this out. Of course, everything just falls out at you. Warning label, instructions, pretty much all the usual stuff. I mean, if you know how to use a mod, if you've been vaping, it's going to be pretty much basic. You know, it's got one button for on-off, 2 buttons to adjust. Actually came in a pretty nice little sleeve. That's kind of nice. Now I ordered the black. It says it's black. You can read that on there. As I throw the salt away, I have to sprinkle that on my dinner later. Doesn't look exactly black to me. It looks more gunmetal. I don't know if you can see that difference. Probably not there. How about next to an actual black tank? It doesn't show up on the camera too well. It's more of a gunmetal than black, though. And actually, as you see, that's exactly why I have the Kumo tank out. That's what I'm planning on using on here. Now, the coil that's in it is rated from 50 to 240. I never vape at 240. I don't know anyone who does. I don't know why you would, but whatever. Also comes with the cord, firmware updates. It's a single battery, so I guess you could charge it in here. The biggest thing is when you have 2 batteries. They don't charge together. You could overcharge one or make it vent or get hot. That's why they never say charge it in the mod. 1 battery, I mean, obviously the stick, you can't take the battery out. You have to charge it in. Honestly, never had an issue. Like my G-Box has 2 batteries in it. You see that? It takes 2. Yes, they're in clear wraps. They're not naked. And it also has the charge on it. I would never charge it on here. That's just me. I just wouldn't. Not with 2 batteries. What you do, I guess, is your business. Just my opinion, and lots of others. Let's get that all out of the way. Let's get back to the Nunchaku by Uwell. So, the Kumo on there, and I know it's a 24mm tank. Doesn't quite come all the way out to the edge there, if you can see that. So I'm going to try something here real quick before we go too far. I have the big baby beast, which is 25 millimeter. I'd like to try on here and see how it looks. Actually, that comes right up to it. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. And again, you can probably see the difference in the colors. This is black. This is more of a gunmetal. Even though they say it's black, I'm actually happy with the color. That works for me. More than likely, I'm going to have a silver tank on it. I'm pretty fond of my ex-baby beast. I do like the Kumo, don't get me wrong, I do. It's just these coils are so expensive. I can get 3 of these for the price of 5 of those. Alright, so let's get this back on here. And as you probably saw when I held it up there, it's got this little sticky over the LCD screen. Let's get rid of that. And we'll open up the bottom. Now this is where I was getting back to the V8 stick. You can't unscrew that. Battery dies, you throw it away. This one, battery dies, take it out and charge it. I happen to have one that's charged. Put it in, plus side up, negative down. Put the bottom cap back in, and it came on right away. You can see that there. I know my camera's not the greatest for focusing up there. I'm not even going to try. So right now it looks like we're set on wattage at 50 watts. And since I just put that coil in, it goes down to 5 watts. It says the coil is 2 ohms. That's actually what it's supposed to be, it's 2 ohms. So it goes down to 5 watts. Should go all the way up to 80. And it does. It goes all the way up. I'm just going to drop it all the way back down to like 5 watts. As you saw, I just took it out of the box. I don't even know how it works. What happens if you push both buttons? Nothing. Up button and fire. You can lock it. Down button and fire. Okay, so that's basically how you lock and unlock it. Negative one just locks it. Positive one, well, gotta unlock it here first. Plus or minus. Okay. So let's try 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Says goodbye and shuts off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Uwell. 1, 2, 3. Power mode. NI temp mode, SS temp mode, bypass mode, which is probably what I'd use for my stick tanks, factory reset, exit menu, power mode. Let's go into power mode, and let's bring this up to, let's say, 30 watts. It's actually at 33.5. Nope, there it is. Now I hear it. I'm going to kind of be gentle with it. Well, actually, let's not. Let's put a tank on there that's already got the coil broke in, so you guys can actually see what this can do. Now this is a M2 coil in here. It's rated up to 60 watts. I typically run it at about 55. That's just my personal preference. And this will most likely be the way I run this. So instead of 33, let's just take it up to 50. Actually, I'm going to go to 52. And it works like I would expect it to. And honestly, the screen's a bonus, but I just actually really like the idea I can change the battery in the Nunchaku by Uwell, because the Smock V8 sticks, like I said, when that battery dies, you know, I mean, yeah, you can take it apart. You see here, I've already done that. Get that to stand up. You know, and there's the top. There's the little control board. And you could probably swap that battery out. But honestly, is it really worth all that when you could just go to this? I mean, yeah, right now the stick right now is running about 60 bucks because it just came out. I think the kit's right around 80 bucks. And you can already do it. There's no modifications. You just unscrew the bottom, change out your batteries. Nice thing is it does show an actual battery gauge on it. On the stick, you know, after you've been using it, you know the battery's getting weak. And then, of course, when it reaches that threshold, I think it's like 3.7 volts, it'll blink at you 15 times saying, "Hey, idiot, I'm dead. Turn me off before you blow me up." And then you have to charge it. And you have to wait for it to charge. With the Nunchaku, take that battery out, throw it on your other charger, slap a new charged up battery in it, ready to roll right away. And I've got it set at 50 volts. 50 volts? Holy shit. 50 watts. Which is where I had my Geek Vape Aegis set at. And seems pretty similar. I'm happy with that. Like I said, I I pretty much knew what to expect. The big game changer for me, anyway, is that battery being able to be changed. That's my thing. So, yeah. All right. I actually really want to try the Kumo. It's been soaking for about 15 minutes now. I'm going to turn this back down to about 30 because I don't want to burn that cotton. Can go all the way to 240 volts, which is beyond what this can do. This can only go to 80. It goes down to 5. And I'm just going to kind of hit it a little bit here. Just kind of. Now we're up to 40. This tank doesn't even start till you get to 50. That's its minimum rating. We're at 51. Obviously, I still taste the cotton in it because it's a new coil. But the Nunchaku by Uwell, holy cow! I think this is what I've been waiting for, to be honest. And of course, well, let's just plug it in and see what happens. What does it do? Does it go into a charging mode? Or does it go to a firmware update? Nope, it goes into charging mode. I don't know if you can see that down there. It says charging. It's got a little battery blinking going up. And it has a bypass. You can vape while it's charging. I don't know why anyone would do that. You take the battery out. Swap it out. That's my personal preference. Even though you could, it's a single battery. You can definitely charge it in here. I'd still just swap the battery out. It's just safer to put it on a charger. I never charge my batteries unless I'm around watching them, like when I'm editing these videos or making these videos. I got batteries charging now. I have a ton of mods. This isn't even... I don't know, I probably have too many. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, let's take this up to 60. Right at 60. Now the coil's starting to hit. Let's go up to 70. at 70. Love it. Let's go all the way. As far as it can go, 80 watts. Coil can do beyond that. Actually, let me turn this up here a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see George back here. That's what happens when you smoke too much. Don't smoke. Vape. I didn't say that. I'll edit it out. So we're at 80 watts. It says it's at 3.8 volts. I forgot. On the Kumos, it has that little whistle. Got to close the airflow just a hair. I like. And of course, the X-Baby Beast is much quieter than the Kumo. Don't have that air sound. Whistle, I guess you'd call it. I should actually switch those because this can go to 200. Why don't we? So like I said, that's probably how I'm going to be using it from now on. I'll have my X-Baby, my smoke, on my Uwell Nunchaku, however you want to pronounce it. I don't care. They ain't paying me anything. I bought and paid for all this, everything myself. Way too much wattage for that little coil. Drop that back down to 50. Fabulous. So I don't really do reviews per se anymore. I just kind of, hey, this was new. I'm trying it. What do you think? It's kind of what I do now. We'll try it at 100 watts. I don't know if you can see that. The camera sucks. I know. Got really up and close and oh, hey, you can kind of see. Oh, there you go. So on here, it came out at 0.21. Then the screen shut off. 100 watts. And that's hotter than I would run it, honestly. I don't like hot vapes. Let's go back down to about 90. There we go. All right, 85. So we're at 85. Yeah, that's probably about right for me with that coil and that tank. Put him over there. Nunchaku. I'm very happy with Uwell that they came out with this. I think it's their second mod. I think they got two now. The other one's kind of like it's a grippy thing. Not really into the box mods. I mean, I have this one because it's a squonker for my, oh, put me on the spot. My Mesh Pro tank. So I had to get that one for the squonker, and of course I got all my RXs and my Wismex and my Inigan, my Asmodeses, you know, and of course my mech mods. Yeah. I'm not per se a collector. I buy what I like at that moment, and I'm not going to sell them. I'm not going to give them away. Sorry, I guess after a while I might sell them, but at that point, who would want them? Because somebody else, they're going to come out with better stuff. Who would want the V8 stick? Sorry, Smoke. When you get the Nunchaku. I love my V8 stick. Fits in my hand. It's actually a bit smaller. As you can see, probably about a ½ inch shorter, not counting the tanks. There you go. We'll line the tanks up. You can see, oh, I guess you can't see. Line the tanks up. And of course, against my black shirt, you can't see nothing. There we go. It's about a ½ inch shorter. But again, it's all encased. It's all one. No changing it. It dies, it dies. Fabulous tank though, and mod. I love all of them. You know, I'm not brand specific myself. I kind of like all brands. If they have a mod that works, they have a tank that works, they have an RDA, an RTA. If it works and I like it, I'm going to buy it. I don't care who made it. I'm not really particular in that sense. But I really think Uwell, they hit the market as far as I'm concerned. They hit what everybody is wanting, I think. You still can go get your big mods when you want to run, high wattages. But if you want, just, I wouldn't call it stealthy. It kind of fits in your hand, but I wouldn't call it stealthy. They got where are they? The eye drops and the blue and all those little things. I'm not into those because I don't care about stealth. I don't care if someone sees me vape. I can vape where I work. I can vape at home. I can vape in my car. I don't have any need to hide. I'm not sure why. I take that back. I guess if you're in an office building and you need a vape, you need to go to the bathroom, the stealthy ones might be come in handy. No, I got no complaints on the Nunchaku. Obviously, I just took it out of the box. As long as it does what it does, it doesn't stop functioning, it doesn't break on me, I don't see why there would be, there's definitely venting on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. Kinda. But as long as it functions and does what it's supposed to, I'm happy. Personally, I'm not going to use the nickel or the nichrome mode or stainless. What was the other one? Bypass mode. I just don't do that. I do obviously make my own coils. I have RDAs. I have my Battletech. Ooh, he needs changed. I think this one I put a new one on. Yep. Oh yeah, brand new cotton. Haven't even juiced it up yet. So yeah, just thought I'd share the Nunchaku, the new coil for the Kumo. Kumo didn't get a lot of people didn't really get into it. It has, I don't even remember now. There's like 8 different decks for it. I did a video if you want to see on the K8, I think the K7, and maybe even the K5 if I remember right, and now the K2. But it's just a coil. It's just like any other coil. Obviously, it's like big. Hopefully, you can see those. Yes, I have one out because it's in the tank now. GearBest. And again, GearBest ain't paying me. They didn't send me nothing for free. I paid for all of it. But GearBest is where I've been ordering. Yeah, they're out of China. They take about 2 weeks to get to you. I'm in the middle of the U.S. I'm in Nebraska. If you watch my other videos, you've probably seen that. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here because I'm just rambling. Any questions, comments, rants, raves, screams, outbursts, just throw them down below. I'll probably reply. I usually do. Uwell did good. One other quick note, there's definitely some other reviews. I know the Nunchaku is just getting out to the people now. But there are some reviewers that have it. And honestly, I can't think of anyone that's really had any complaints. They've all been very happy. I haven't seen anyone that's posted any problems with it. And of course the big reviewers, I'm not throwing names out there, they've had them for a couple weeks. And there's a few of them that are really good. And if there was a problem, they would tell you. And I haven't seen any bad reviews on the Nunchaku. Other than the color not being what I would call black. I don't know if that shows up for you guys or not. I'll try to get it really close. If I can see the camera. It's not quite as black. It's more of a gunmetal. And I'm happy with that. I honestly actually wanted the silver one because, like I said, I planned on using it with my ex-baby beast. But it's so new that they didn't have it in stock. There's a whole rainbow of colors too. Of course, the packaging doesn't say that, but you know, but they all have rainbows of colors. I personally like the silver, the black, copper, black and yellow. If you watch my other videos, you'll find out why I like black and yellow. Black and yellow is always going to be black and yellow. Come on.